Hello and welcome to day 4 of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. It is alien ship day. There's Aopoa, there's the Banu Soli of some description, there's Asperia, and another one. I'll remember what that is in a minute. Gatac, that's probably it. So, we have some interesting aliens here. So on the left, we've got the Banu Defender. Now, it just looks like a crab. It just looks like the mouth of a crab with his little crab claws. It is sort of a escort fighter. Long range, it's going to have synergy with the Banu Merchantman. Well, it could sort of like land and dock with it, but you can land with other ships as well. With Banu, they sort of take their tech from lots of different sources. So they go, oh, what's good for this? What's good for that? Sort of trading around and sort of have a mishmash of preferred techs within one thing. It is a 2-seater ship as well. Left and right sort of separated pilot seats, 2 beds, all that sort of stuff as well. And inside, it looks a bit like you're in a seashell or the carcass of an alien. Very interesting ship. So the tachyon singes used to be like the go-to weapon. They used to be like the best in class weapon. But we'll have to see how all of that stuff shakes out in the future, because obviously it's not the current meta by any means. They changed a load of stuff, and they keep on changing. So after 4.0, we know they're going to be focusing on a lot more combat, sort of balance, and master modes, and lots of stuff like that. Here we've got the Blade, a Vanduul ship. It is a replica from Asperia, and yeah, it's a cool little Vanduul light fighter. I might have called them the Vanduul a second ago. It's the Vanduul. Banu and Vanduul tech coming together, Vanduul. I'm not a massive fan of them. I think they're more sort of collector's items, or if you're trying to pretend you're a Vanduul for some reason. I suspect some people will use them really effectively. But yeah, the idea is they're sort of like agile. And they don't want to get shot, for sure. Well, I suppose who does? Maybe the Terrapin. Right, so we got the Car-2Al here, which is the sort of Xi'an light fighter. It is very interesting if I can interact with its cockpit. So they use like a load of hover tech and hover platforms. Sort of Gravlev, all that sort of stuff. It's interesting because it's going to, instead of having like main engines, it's got lots of big thrusters, which allow it to sort of strafe. It's kind of super agile is the idea. But so you have to see again how these sort of shake out in the future. Really like the idea of them though. What else have we got? We've got the Talons. This is the Shrike. So basically, the Talon and the Talon Shrike are Tavaran sort of brought into modern standard ships. So, and the Shrike has loads of missiles. The standard Talon has a reasonable amount of forward-facing guns. And the idea is you're sort of like a dive bomber, almost. It's supposed to have these strengthening shields on the front as well. So, wherever you want, you can go, I'm going to strengthen this shield's the idea. So if you're running away, you put it on your back shield. So on your front, put it on your front shield where you're charging into something. Really like the idea of sort of like light dive bombers or dive attack fighters. In the centre here we have the Sulen. Very unique, the Sulen, because it is sort of literally vertical takeoff and landing. It lands on its bum and takes off from there as well. So the sort of pilot is facing straight up. Very weird ship. It is basically a starter, but it's an interesting one. It is alien. And Zina was talking about it today and going, oh, I quite like the fact it is a very alien ship. Over here we have another Vanduul glaive. It's the old glaives though. So these are going to get heavily updated when they put out Squadron 42. We've seen the new glaives. We've seen the new scythes. They look a lot better, in my opinion, significantly so. I wonder what will happen to the old ones that people have, actually. Will they get a new one as well? Will they just update them to the new models? Will they go, actually, these are the Glaive Mark 1s? It's possible. We've got the Prowler. Prowler, really interesting Tavaran ship. So, Tavaran use really interesting tech. Can I open these doors? So, it's like a red nest to start with, like hollow bones and sort of like, it's all bird-like is the idea. But yeah, this is sort of like a nest in here. And then these doors, they can have an air shield going up as well. So you can have all these people in this dropship basically ready to jump out and then open these doors, and they're not sucked into the vacuum of space. There's like an air shield, which is like a literal energy shield, which you can pass through. Whoop. I really like the idea of it. And it's Gravlev and floaty and sort of relatively stealthy. It's a very cool sort of dropship. Very imposing. I got the Santok Yai here, which is a step up from the Katu Al. It is a medium Xi'an fighter. And I think it's interesting. It's a lot newer than the Katu Al. But yeah, this sort of a bit insectoid. It's a lot more tanky is the idea. Not as mobile. But still flies sort of with these big thrusters rather than main engines. Do you have anything else in the main hall? No. Let's go off and see if we can find something else. So, interestingly, it is just the main hall today for the alien ships. Normally I have a wander around and see what's going on. We'll go downstairs and have a quick look to see what's in the Hollow Suite. So we do have some ships down here. We have the Noxes, not the Nox. So we've got the Nox and the Nox Q. Which basically the... Was it just the Nox? I think the Q was just a different colour anyway, right? But basically, Nox, sort of high performance alien bike is the idea. Pretty small, got some weaponry, nice and fast. I don't see these ridden much, but I think we will in the future. Let's have a look in the display hall to see what else is around, if anything. Is it just going to be the Banu Merchantman? I don't know, we might have something else. It's divided. Okay, we've got a Banu Merchantman, one of my favourite ships on paper. It is a floating shop of a ship, but also like a trade post, a bazaar. You can set up multiple shops on there that are all sort of semi-automated. People come on and buy stuff, is the idea, but you've got other trade rooms and a place for a hangar. It is not currently in production, I don't believe, the Banu Merchantman. They're sort of focused on getting the Polaris out, but then it's going to be the Perseus, I believe. They're also working on some of the big Misk and Drake ships. What are you? Are you the Railen? Yeah, so the Railen, sort of the medium cargo ship. Sort of external cargo, a bit different than the sort of UEE cargo stuff. I mean, I just prefer the hull series for raw cargo, and if it's something that needs to be internal cargo, I'm quite liking the Starlancer Max. But that's just me. Oh, I think that's actually it for the show floor today. We will go and have a look on the website, see what's available to purchase, because I suspect lots of people are going to be buying Banu Merchantman, right? But who doesn't love a good Merchantman? So, lots of manufacturers today, effectively, starting with Gatac on the website. We've just got the Railen, which is in concept still. Don't know when it's going to be coming out. Sort of mid-sized, mid-range cargo hauler. $225. You will notice a lot of ships that are alien have sort of alien rarity tax on them, effectively making them more expensive, both in in-game money and with real money. So, if you're like, whoa, I don't want to spend loads of money on these ships, get them in-game. Get them in-game. Also have the Sulan, which is more of a starship, sort of multi-role, very unique with its sort of very odd vertical takeoff and landing. Very alien. Very cool, though. Do have an alien complete pack for Concierge, if you are so interested. So only a couple of ships from Gatac. What have we got from Ayapoa? So we've got the Cartu Al, which is in game. $175 for that light Xi'an speedy and nimble scout fighter. So it'll be interesting to see how they shake out in the future. Got the Nox, $45 for that. Seen as a racing bike, interestingly. I suppose, yeah, they're pretty fast. I got the Santok Yai, $240. That medium fighter, building on the Cartu Al. And that's basically it. So all of these are currently in game, interestingly, from Ayapoa. And what we've got from Banu. There is a Warbond deal for the Banu Merchantman. If you are so interested, you'll be able to pick up the Banu Merchantman at a discount. Sort of upgrading your ship to it. We've got a Banu Defender, $220 for that escort fighter. I like the fact it's referred to as an escort fighter. It says light fighter. It is a long-range escort fighter. It's sort of relatively unique in that role. Got the Merchantman, $650. Oh, it's getting expensive. You can also get us a Warbond upgrade for $600. So $50 off the total. There's some probable wizardry you can do with the sort of buying of sort of upgrades and stuff to get a ship cheaper for sure. And at the end of the Expo on the final days, there are going to be some additional war bonds. So bear that in mind. So only a couple of ships and vehicles again. Obviously the Banu Merchantman in concept. Probably going to be a while before that big heavy shop. It says heavy freighter. It's a floating bazaar. It's a floating shopping centre almost. Although you could argue the privateer is that. It's an interesting one for sure. Esperia. So they sort of do reproductions of ships. So we've got the Vanduul Blade, $275. Very expensive, that boy, but it's cool. It's a collector's item. I suppose it's supposed to be what it's supposed to be. The Glaive, so heavy version of the Scythe. I suppose a medium version. It is a medium fighter. Something that Vanduul veteran pilots will fly around in with more powerful weaponry. Prowler, $440. There's a Warbond version of it as well available. A bit cheaper if you want to upgrade. It's Tavaran dropship, very cool. It's got those air shields. I really like it. I think it's cool. Talon, $115 for that light fighter, sort of dive fighter. It refers to it as a skirmisher. They're interesting. They're kind of unique as well. Hidden run, actually, that's good. The Talon Strike hidden run fighter. Yeah, it's got its load of missiles. $115 again. And then back to the beginning. Yeah, so that's kind of it from Alien Week. I'm hoping to see some more alien ships in the future, because we don't really have anything that's alien capital yet, other than we're waiting on the Banu Merchantman. Nothing in the game yet for any alien capital ships. I suppose you could argue the Vanduul stuff that's in Squadron 42, and maybe we will be able to get some recaptured Vanduul or reproduction Vanduul stuff that's bigger in the future. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Have you been enjoying the IAE? Have you picked anything up on Alien Day? Have you picked up anything earlier in the IAE? Or are you waiting for like Anvil Day or another day? Whatever your thoughts or questions, chuck them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you.
Have you used your brain thoughts to think about getting a Tobii eye tracker for your eyes for Star Citizen? It gives you natively supported high-precision head and eye tracking in-game for unparalleled immersion. And they're on sale, 20% off at the moment until the 3rd of December. Use the links below to get that fabulous offer, or go to tobii.gg/BoredGamer. Welcome to the Intergalactic Nord Expo, where there's only one vehicle here, the vehicle for better internet security, accessibility, and privacy. I wish I could watch Netflix in Japan or Pyro or whatever. Boom! I can, and I'm so protected. It's not a concept. You can fly with nordvpn.com/boredgamer today. And with NordVPN, you don't need any variants, but it is pay to win because you need to buy it or get a subscription and then you win. Use the links below to get massive discount. November is all about the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. We've partnered with the Star Citizen organisation Lunar Wolves for a massive giveaway. Commenting on any of my videos during the month gets you a chance to win one of 4 ships: a Zeus MR, an Ares Ion, a Drake Corsair, and even a Cutlass Black. All courtesy of those beautiful Lunar Wolves. But wait, there's more. Sign up to the Lunar Wolves recruitment page, link down below, for a chance to win an RSI Polaris with lifetime insurance. They're recruiting, you might be looking for an org. I'll chuck some further information and terms and conditions and stuff in the video description as well. Don't forget to click on the join button under my videos. That goes a long way to help support the channel. Thank you so much to you that have already done that. Zin and I play a load of games after work and stuff, and we want to chuck those up for people that have gone the extra mile to support us either on Patreon or via that join button. Just remember to like and subscribe as well. Comment, ask us some stuff. Thank you so much for everyone that supported the channel, whether it be for a day or for the last several years, a decade. Oh my God, we've been doing this for so long. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great November and Intergalactic Aerospace Expo.